Yeah, whenever you're ready. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Welcome to Wanderers Football Park, round 24, NPL New South Wales men's. Western Sydney Wanderers taking on Manly United. Welcome to Rudy Hill, Wanderers Football Park, Western Sydney Wanderers hosting Manly United. Yeah, I could talk, yeah, I could talk like this if you want. Yeah, that's all good. Yeah. Welcome to the Wanderers Football Park round 24 action of the new NPL New South Wales men's competition. Western Sydney Wanderers hosting Manly United. Manly United currently in 11th. Sydney Wanderers in 8th spot after a 6-point deduction a couple of weeks ago. Perfect? Cool. Yeah, I'm in Preston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What's Lauren doing with herself now?
Mate, Lauren's last year of uni.
Yeah.
She's doing social. But she's working for the government,
Okay.
for DJC. Justice, DCJ.
Okay, nice.
Used to be there for a while.
Yeah.
They gave her a permanent job beginning of the year.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so
What's that entail for her, like her role? What does she do?
Mate, supervision.
Yeah.
They helping people, sort of get houses.
Okay. That's nice. That's good.
Yeah,
Job.
yeah. Just made social.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's what this kind of weather.
So bad. And the worst part is, like, I was walking out in the sun before I had a shirt on, and by the time I come up here, the jump,
It's
like, open this up a bit, get some sunlight in.
the wind.
I went in there to talk to them quickly, and I opened the door, and they were cranking the heat, and I just, can I call the gay from up here? Yeah. So bad. Last night was terrible. I was in Seven Hills at London Stadium. Yeah. Freezing there. last time the cameraman I had this set up the extension, so I got to call it inside, but I had to call it outside last night. I felt like I was in the snow.
We were down in Australia.
Yeah, I would have got cold. Yeah.
Oh, you've been there, huh?
Yeah. But I've never been. I've only been there like to watch the footy. I've never been as a
They
commentator.
were calling you like from inside.
Yeah, it's still cold.
They were finding them. They're all blocked up.
Yeah.
There was a door and everything.
Have you ever been to Christie Park?
No.
That's the worst place on earth. Is something else.
They try Canberra South. There's a park out there. I forgot the name. That is the worst park.
Is it Rondine? Yeah, that is a
Like
freezer.
3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
The sun was out. We were freezing.
It's all good, like, but it's the wind that kills you. But, like, the sun's out today.
That place,
Yeah.
it's shot.
It's even worse when you got a bad game as well, because it goes 5 times slower. It's strategic, trying to throw them off their game a little bit. Imagine how cold it is.
That happened before. Last time he was here, same thing.
Surely they get a heads up or something like, hey, sprinklers on. Welcome to Wanderers Football Park for round 24 action of the NPL New South Wales men's competition. The host, the Western Sydney Wanderers, taking on Manly United here Sunday afternoon. Beautiful conditions out here in Sydney's West in Rudy Hill. Thank you for joining us on the Football New South Wales YouTube page. I'm Dominic Crenevi. Two sides desperate for a win. Wanderers without a win in over a month of action, whilst Manly United only one win in their last 5 games. Both sides been struggling as of late to find the back of the net, but we're sure to see plenty of goals here. Both these sides love it here. As we're moments away from kickoff here, we also have a simultaneous kickoff, massive derby clash happening at the Rockdale Linden Sports Centre. The hosts, Rockdale Linden, taking on Sydney United 58. We'll keep you posted on how that goes as well. We've had plenty of big results over the weekend as well, and plenty that will affect the visitors, Manly United, in the fight for survival here in the NPL New South Wales men's competition in 2024. Manly United definitely not out of the fight as of yet. Right after kickoff, we'll get to both sides' lineups. A few changes to report from the Western Sydney Wanderers side, still without their A-League Academy stars for the most part. We're underway here at Wanderers Football Park. Wanderers wasting little time getting straight into it. They scored within 50 seconds last week. Can they do it again? Owen Luau being put through on goal, but it's a decent stop in the end there. Now looking to build something. Manly United, quick little opening fright from the hosts. So we'll get you their starting lineup. Couple changes, as we said, from that side that was fielded last Saturday night when it was a 2-2 draw. A fantastic game to call as well. St George Saints versus the Western Sydney Wanderers. Wanderers scoring within the first 55 seconds through their captain Ryan Hollensdale, who's not in the matchday squad. So their captain today, number 22, Jesse Cameron, but the rest of their starting lineup is as follows. Number 14, Luka Knezovic. Number 16, Roman Kolina. Number 18, Awan Luau. Man in between the sticks, number 20, Tristan Vidachkovic. Number 23, Marcus Fernandez, comes into the lineup for Hollensdale. Was a nasty tackle to start with. Heard the screams of pain. Closest here to the grandstand, Wanderers Football Park, and Jesse Cameron looking to get on with it quickly, and that is Knezovic, who went down a bit ginger, but should be able to walk that one off. So the rest of their starting lineup, number 35, Khan Nizam, who replaces Sandy Darlow in the starting lineup. Ricky Franson is at the back, partnering Colina, and in at left back is number 99, Ryan Devine, and number 77, Philip Gigliotti, rounds out the starting lineup. On the right wing for the Western Sydney Wanderers, their bench, the backup goalkeeper, number 1, Lucas Sinot. Number 3, Matthew O'Donoghue. Number 4, Melowethu Nkomo. Number 12, Lachlan Tilt. Number 19, Dimo Dimo. And number 36, Darley Sando. Scored the equaliser last week as a starter, but now off the bench, Khan Nizam, who made a great impact when he came off the bench last week. So we're looking to show his worth here as a starter for Richie Cardoso's side. Taken over the reins the last couple of weeks. Richie Cardoso, the much trusted man around these ends. Manly the other way now. Long ball over the top. Connor Rose gets past Vidachkovic. Connor Rose hits the side netting. And the first chance of the game goes the way of Manly United, and Rose got past the keeper there, but the angle was just a little bit too tight, and credit to Franson and Colina for shutting it off. It was a very, very tough one to get in, and side netting for Connor Rose, but the first strike across the bows goes the way of Manly United. So we'll get to their lineup as soon as we get a chance here. One clearance away by Fernandez. Out on the right is Nam, and now Luau. Early ball to Devine. Him and Gigliotti have built a great connection down this right side, but it's Jesse Cameron with the ball now. Gigliotti cutting in. Back to Fernandez. Covering for Cameron for the time being. It's time to get to the Manly United lineup then. So their coach, Patrick Zanzvag, he's picked the starting lineup as follows. Number 1, Levi Kay. Number 2, Kieran Paul, the captain. Number 4, Jesse Perez. Number 7, Peter Kakeris. Long range shots, not going to trouble Levi Kay. Spilled it. And a chance for the Wanderers, but a great recovery by Levi Kay, and he might have just kept his side a clean sheet for the time being. A little bounce at the end might have just caught him off guard, and it slipped out of his reach and perfectly into the path of the oncoming player there. And Kay did really well to get up and make himself big and stop that shot from going towards goal. It's 2 early chances here in the first 3 minutes. Levi Kay proving his worth between the sticks in this early stage. The rest of their starting lineup: number 8, Joe Fox; number 11, Connor Rose; number 12, Miguel Bauza; number 18, Alan Aganovich; number 25, Rocco Pele; number 39, Stefano Rosello; and number 45, Bilal Belcardi. On their bench, number 3, Zach Sfilagoy; number 6, Saxon Hillier; number 9, Ben Coot; number 22, Blake Bamgoes; number 31, Jake Coates; and number 85, Samuel Griffiths. The 2 latter new additions on the bench for Patrick Svansvak's side. Kay playing almost as a sweeper keeper there. He's in line with his right back there, Jesse Perez, as Cameron gets that one out of danger and back into the path of his keeper, Tristan Vidackovic, who has been in sensational form since he's been given the starting role in the last couple of weeks. He was a key reason for that draw with the Saints last week, because prior to that, the Wanderers were on a massive slide with 6 games without a point. Hadn't scored in their previous 2. They're still 3 of their last 4 games not managing to find the back of the net, and bagged 2 last week, and probably should have found a couple more if not for the valiant defence that was the St. George Saints backline. Now Aganovich playing it out and resetting. It's Perez trying to find Paul on the overlap, but he was out when he headed it, so it's going to be a throw the way of the Western Sydney Wanderers. It's the Wanderers' story that's been told for a while now. How good they were at the start of the season. Calls for handball there, and a little smirk on the face. A little smirk on the face there of Peter Kakaris. Maybe he knew that that was a handball. Swinging arm might have been a bit deceptive, but he's gotten away with it for the time being. But it's not going to matter for Manly. Wanderers back with the ball. The Western Sydney Wanderers, they were the story of the first half of the season. They were flying, they were scoring goals for fun, and that attacking record still holds today. The 4th best attacking record in the league, and not too far off the likes of Apia Laikar, Rockdale Linden, and the Marconi Stallions, who make up 3 of those top 4 positions. Is getting a little bit too heavy there. Was Miguel Bauza in the back of Ryan Devine. The Wanderers with some of the brightest stars in the country, really, in the A-League academies across the country, like Marcus Eunice, Nathaniel Blair, Balalado, Zach Sapsford, all playing a key role in the sensational starts of the season. Also got to mention Tiger Harper, who was undoubtedly one of the best keepers to start the NPL season. If you ask Andrew Christensen about that, he was a big fan of Harper and his work at the early stages of the season, as the Wanderers collected some of the biggest scalps in the league in the opening 10 to 15 rounds, but just slowed down a little bit. This time last year, were in a relegation scrap with Mount Druitt Town Rangers, the MacArthur Bulls Academy, and the Sutherland Sharks, and they managed to escape it with 2 weeks to spare. And probably not going to be dragged back into it now, but they'll be looking to recover and try and fight their way into a final spot. Seen the likes of Sydney FC do it in years gone past. The last time we had a final series, they dropped out just on the last day, but they were just there or thereabouts for the majority of the season. And the senior squad reaping the benefits of that now, and you'd think the same will be happening very soon to the Western Sydney Wanderers, with some of those stars we mentioned should be back in the squad in the coming weeks, but they just struggle to find consistency and form without them. Obviously, when you have players of those talent and those ilk, you look at the goals scored and the list, and 5 of those players of the top goal scorers list for the Wanderers not in action today. Highest goal scorer without him, Alan Luau, has been good, trying to fill the boots of the Marcus Eunices and Nathaniel Blairs of the world. But Manly now in a dangerous chance to try and conjure up something. Kakaris thought about the cross, played the safe option, across the deck, and this is good football by Manly, going for the little 1-2 there. Rocco Pele and Rosello. New formation there on the left. Bilal Belkadi playing it to his sweeper keeper, Levi K. Zaganovic just made a stride forward and just tried to add an extra number to the Manly attack and almost caught them out because Belkadi, all the way from that right central midfield position that he's been occupying for the majority of the season, had to come back and cover. And Zaganovic, it's not a player that you don't want to be without in the back line, that's for sure. It's a very formidable back line, plenty of experience between them. See, going all the way back to that 2022 grand final, still a few familiar faces there. Captain, and there's two of them linking up there, Paul and Perez, and it's Perez with the long ball through to Rosello. He heads it on to Rose. It's taken a deflection off Rose's head. He thought it was a throw his way, but it's going to go back the way of the Western Sydney Wanderers. So after a pretty frantic start from both sides, it's remained relatively quiet in the attacking front, and surprisingly, because the Wanderers, looking at it statistically, the most successful side when playing on the counter-attack. They've scored 9 of their 50 goals this year on the counter-attack. It's a good percentage, and when you've got those young legs that just want to run and go forward and attack when they get the chance, they were able to do it. They've struggled to find the back of the net recently. Gigliotti with the simple pass across, nice little triangle there with Neuenhoff and now Jesse Cameron. 1-2 back to the skipper, gets a curling ball into the path, and Luau was there, but first to it, Levi K. Good start to this game, the Manly keeper, after a small little slip up that almost coughed up, or given the Wanderers an early lead, but that ball's coughed up, and Cameron will take the throw at 5 metres past the halfway line. Knezovic, Fernandez. Wind just starting to pick up, and that's going to play a bit of a factor. Haven't seen many more aerial balls from the Wanderers, as Roman Kalina pulls off the ultimate commentator's curse and disregards everything I just said. But Paul trying to clear that one, and before he cleared it, it's out. It's going to be a throw for the Wanderers. Bit of a stumble there from Fernandez, replacing the captain Ryan Hollingsdale in the middle, but that's a great challenge from Ricky Franson, and now a chance for the Wanderers to attack. It was an early shot from Knezovic, but it never looked like troubling Levi K. He was a bit off his line and had to track back, had some distance to cover. It's going to be a goal kick for Manly United, first of the game. Taking a few more seconds to compose himself. Levi K. They look to build it out from the back. They've looked pretty good getting the ball on the deck, Manly. A bit of work there by Rosello, or Pele, apologies, to keep the ball there, but it's even better there from Luke Neuenhoff. He's had a good couple of weeks, Luke Neuenhoff. Built a good connection with Ryan Hollingsdale. As does this man, Alan Luau, and it's going to be a foul on Alan Aganovic. Hands in the back there, Luau. Good spot by the referee in the middle. Early ball from Kalina, and it's foot in there by Belkadi, and they've got numbers forward if they want to use them now. Below Belkadi's got pace to go, but he opts to go Connor Rose on the right. Fakes the cross, Rose. Gets it back in the middle and hits the side netting again, but it's going to be a corner, and it's a good deflection in the end. There was Ryan Devine working back to get a foot to it, because otherwise you had two options there. It was Kakeris, where he could have cut it back to Belkadi, who was open at the edge of the box, but first corner of the game, and it goes the way of the visitors. It's going to be Baltha to take this one for Manly United. Just about everyone forward. Kieran Paul's the only man back for Manly United. Balza's cross at the back stick. It's Aganovic. Good save. Vidackovic had to get down low to that one. There was no one at the back stick, and he got a foot to it, and it's going to be another corner. But this time it's going to be Kakeris on the left side corner duties. Derek Kakeris now at the front stick. Flick on by Connor Rose and almost in the side netting again. He's almost hit a hat-trick of side netting. Connor Rose, he's had a good impact so far. Just been shut down by the Wanderers' defensive line when he's trying to get his shots off. He's a dangerous man going through the middle and he knows how to find the back of the net, that's for sure. Lau wins it back in the middle. Belcardi goes for the low-driven shot. And Vidackovic again, first to it, no real troubles. Made that one look easy, but that was anything but easy. So, quick update around the grounds. The other game going on at the moment, Rockdale Linden hosting Sydney United. And 0-0, 17 minutes into that one, but Liam McGinn has been sent off for Sydney United 58, and it seems like Matteo Cordier suffered a pretty serious leg injury. Reports of possibly a broken leg or a very bad dislocation of the ankle, and you hate to see that, so prayers up for Matteo Cordier. But Sydney United 58 will now have to go the next 75 minutes, 75 minutes, down to 10 men against their fierce rivals, Rockdale Linden, league leaders nonetheless. Back to the action here now. Free kick for Manly United in a dangerous position. 6 in the middle ready for this one. Driven in at the front stick, and Vidackovic again wasn't suspecting that one. Bit of something out of the training paddock possibly, because he was covering the back stick, and going for the front stick there was the set piece specialist, Miguel Balva. Struggle to get out of their own end here a little bit, the Wanderers. Cameron looking to get something going. Got the wrong angle on his foot, curled it the wrong way, and it skids out. It's going to be a Manly throw in now. Bit of frustration building here for the Wanderers, possibly. Cameron tried to get up to that one, but he won't need to have. It's going to be a throw in back the way of the hosts. And under the pump a little bit here, the Western Sydney Wanderers. Cameron, long throw. Knezovic had to get into the path of Luau, and he chested it down, trying to find Fernandez, but that's a great win by Fox to give possession back to Manly. First time by Kakeris. The touch is a little bit heavy there. And the Wanderers will get the ball back. A sigh of relief there, and so we're trying to start something, but you can just feel the missing presence that is Ryan Hollingsdale in the middle. It's the puppet master of their midfield. Great composed body. Obviously the skipper as well for this Wanderers NPL side, as Belcardi won the ball back and lost his balance a little bit. Could have played Rosello through on goal, but Ricky Franson first to it. Luau. Good touch to get past his man and try to play it out wide to Devine, but that's a fantastic interception by Rocco Pele. The chance to play Kakeris through. Kakeris got a few red and black shirts to get past, and he won't be able to get past the skipper that is Jesse Cameron. The other way now, Gigliotti to Knezovic. Good ball, but a little bit too heavy, just a second late on the run, and Manly get the ball back just before halfway. Cameron and Phil Gigliotti getting into it a little bit there. His captain barking instructions, telling him where to go on the throw, and it gave Manly an open man from the throw. Now happy to play her around the back. It's a bit of a surprise. Manly this season towards the bottom of the ladder when you look at possession on average per game, just 46% on average. Meanwhile, the Western Sydney Wanderers towards the top, close to 52%. They like holding the ball, and then when they get their chance, love counter-attacking down the wing. Manly United a bit more balanced in that regard. They spread it around a bit more, almost 33% evenly spread across their attacks across all three flanks. Devine trapped by a few United players there. Had to work hard to get it out, and Franson's under pressure here. Picks out Gigliotti, first time flick on to Knezovic, and a bit of space to go forward now. Luau's calling for it, but at the back stick, it's Khan's arm. And a good touch in the end there, and it's going to be a corner for the Western Sydney Wanderers, their first of the game. Miguel Bowser working back in defence. Western Sydney, as we said, one of the best counter-attacking sides in the league. Got 9 goals from counter-attacks this year already. Almost made it 10 there if it wasn't for the outstretched foot of Miguel Bowser. Marcus Fernandez on corner duty now. Taken quickly. Knezovic is open on the volley. Luka Knezovic! Decent strike. Just left to the front stick. Levi K, flat-footed, probably wouldn't have got to that one. That's a great strike by Knezovic. Best chance of the game so far for the Western Sydney Wanderers. That game between Rockdale Linden and the Western and Sydney United 58. Apologies, looks to be halted for the time being as they attend to the injured Mateo Cordier. Best thoughts and wishes with him. Hope that that game can continue if possible. Now Pele's pass intercepted by Nieuwenhof, and Franson will play it back now to Vidackovic. Nieuwenhof assesses his options, and high pressing style of Manly, and they may get caught out here. The experienced Kieran Paul's there to snuff that one out. Fernandez coughs up possession of Belcardi. He's had a couple of key interceptions so far, Bilal Belcardi. It's looked good, plenty of energy in the middle of the park for Manly United, as has this man, Levi K. Looking forward, there's a little gap in the middle if he wants to go forward. He thought about it, but went the aerial option instead, and one bouncing out. Throw for the Wanderers and possession back their way. See Connor Rose, Kakaris, Rosello all very, very high up. Could almost see that one coming, Rose, and forces Franson to play it back to his keeper, Vidackovic, who's very good on his feet. Heavy touch from Kalina. Under pressure, Vidackovic. Connor Rose got a foot to an outstretched foot, and he'll regain possession there. A lucky break there for Vidackovic, and you can see the tactical work there. They've definitely put an emphasis on putting this back line under a bit of pressure coming out of their own end, which could be to their detriment because there are a few gaps opening in these counter-attacking situations for the Wanderers in the last couple of minutes, and they could expose one right here. Nieuwenhof now to Marcus Fernandez. Two players running into each other. Cardin's arm. Knezovic, Gigliotti's going to have to work hard to get to that one. A little bit too much power, and it's going to be a goal kick for Manly United. Much needed break for them. Juganovic. Joe Fox hasn't had much of the ball so far in this game. He's almost lost possession, but a heavy touch falls the way of Rocco Pele. And now Kakaris draws a foul for his side. Manly United towards the top of the ladder in that regard, so showing off what they can do in the early stages of this one. Fox plays it quickly to Perez. Juganovic, long ball. Belcardi's the beneficiary. Trying to play it through to Rose. Calls for handball. And they're going to give it advantage played there. Good officiating there. So they've had a handful of free kicks now, Manly United. They've looked dangerous from the set pieces. Either side with Kakaris or Bowser on that duty. And Bowser's stepping up to this one straight away. Alan Juganovic, the biggest of the bodies, heading towards the box with Joe Fox, Jesse Perez. It's Kieran Ball again, the lone man back for Manly United. Two very tall defensive lines in the Western Sydney Wanderers and Manly United. Kakares and Bowser having a little chat about this one. Kakares happy to walk away from this one and open up an option down the left. He's relatively unmarked. Overload on the left. Bowser goes centrally, headed away. Falling to the edge of the box, and Marcus Fernandez wins that one back, and Luau put Perez under plenty of pressure, But playing it to his sweeper keeper, Levi K. If you caught that on the effects mic, there was Phil Gigliotti letting the linesman know that from 45, Belcardi's been a bit aggressive on the hands, just telling him to keep an eye on that. Well within his rights to do that. Long ball trying to find Luau, but Levi K ready for it. First to it, and we'll chew a bit more time off the clock here. 24 minutes gone at Wanderers Football Park. Now at the back through Aganovic. Knezovic got to it. And playing it over the top. Luau heads it into the path of Fernandez, and he just overran it a little bit, and Bilal Bilcardi with another interception. Bowser the other way now for Manly United. Long ball over the top, trying to pick up Kakaris. Not meant to be for Manly United. Possession coughed up rather easily. They had a good chance there. They had numbers. And they've shown what they can do in attack, Manly United, so far, as have the Western Sydney Wanderers. Very back and forth in these last couple of minutes. The attacks are flowing either side. Kakaris gets it onto the right, trying to find Rose in the middle, but it falls to the back stick, and Devine now with room to go forward. Early pass to Luau, and getting a foot there was the captain, Kieran Paul. Fernandez to Knezovic. Plenty of space out on the right. Phil Gigliotti goes for the early option, try to pick out Luau, but Aganovic very strong. First time, cleared it away. Throw taken quickly by Gigliotti. We'll have to work hard to get it back, and a strategic foul. One there by Rocco Pele. Bit disappointed with himself there, Phil Gigliotti. Having a little chat with Bilal Belcardi. He's Phil Gigliotti, maybe telling him what he told the linesman. A little bit too much, a little too touchy for his liking. Had his arm around him as if to say, doing it too much, but I'm sure the referees will be keeping a closer eye on it anyway. Franson made plenty of space to get back to that, but heads it straight back into the path of K. And as has been the flow of this game for a little bit, Manly United playing it out from the back through Levi K. Pele looked for the quick 1-2, and Neuenhoff got the ball first, but also did collect a bit of Joe Fox, and the referee seen that, given a foul for Manly United. Struggled a little bit on the disciplinary side, Western Sydney Wanderers this game so far. Manly United only conceding a couple of free kicks, but the Wanderers crossing over to double digits in the early stages of this one. Joe Fox went early, picked out Paul, who thought Bowser was there, but his touch was a little bit too soft, not the strongest of passes, and a throw in for the Western Sydney Wanderers now. So we should looking okay possibly for a resumption of play at the Rockdale Linden Sports Centre, obviously hoping nothing but the best there for Mateu Cordier. Hopefully play will get back underway soon. Cameron flicks it on to Knezovic, and Fernandez assessing his options. Has Devine out wide, and Colina goes to him. Possession coughed up easily there now, and Connor Rose just got to get past Ricky Franson. Getting all the way through is Connor Rose. Side netting again for Connor Rose. Had the pace to burn, got past his younger defenders there, Connor Rose, and lifts the head. He knows that was a good opportunity that went by the wayside. And a rather Western Sydney trademark counter-attack there by Manly United. Devine pushing up, try to get the early option, and there was just a little bit of miscommunication between himself and his left winger there, Khan Nizam. Ball over the top. The header by Pele. It's a little bit behind him, but he did well to cover it and go for it again. Now he's got to cover Gigliotti and Knezovic. Playing it down the line now. Knezovic got him past Aganovic. But the pass has gone straight back to Gigliotti. Using his pace to get around the right side of Aganovic. Fakes the cross. Little turn to get past him. And playing it back to Cameron. Football by the Wanderers here. Outside the foot pass from Gigliotti. Knezovic does well to keep a hold of it, but there was just too many Manly members there. And the visitors will regain the ball. Good chance here. Rose is out on the left. They've got numbers. Paul's just a little overrun on that one, but recovering well. Rossello trying to play it back to Bowser. A little flick pass to Luau, intercepted by Kieran Paul. And happy to let that one run out for a goal kick is Roman Kalina. Nizam picks out Franson. Knezovic left, started running without the ball. The ball was almost at his heels. He's got away with it though. Franson. Back out to Kalina. Now sitting back. Manly United happy to let the Wanderers come out of their own end and pass it around a little bit, catch their breaths possibly. Just under 15 minutes to go here in the first half. Now with Devine pushing forward, allows Kalina to advance a little bit with the ball, but not the best option between two of his players in Luau and Nam there, and falling perfectly into the path of the outstretched Levi K. Ball back the way of the visitors. As we mentioned, the Western Sydney Wanderers obviously struggling for form a little bit. Just one draw in their last 5 games, the only point they've had, and their last win came on June 1st, 1-0 win over the Northwest Sydney Spirit. And they've got a difficult run home, to say the least. The Wanderers, if they are going to make a late push at reasserting themselves in a final spot possibly. See next week, heading to Penshurst Park to play St George City. And then a pretty treacherous 3-week stretch of top 6 sides as Gigliotti's cross headed away by Aganovic, and Rose now. Good bit of skill, almost got past Franson. Knezovic tried to flick it on to Fernandez, but picked out again there by Aganovic, but the Wanderers will retain possession, still in a dangerous area now. So after next week against St George City, they've got Blacktown, Apia and Sydney United 58, 3 weeks in a row, and then finishing off the season, Sydney Olympic and Marconi Stallions is the final game of the season, round 30 for them. So it's going to be tough for the Western Sydney Wanderers. They'll be desperate for some points today, looking to get their first win in over 5 weeks. Luau try to play a little 1-2 with Marcus Fernandez, and the botched clearance by Jesse Cameron only goes as far as Kakaris. Got 3 in the middle if he wants. Cuts on to his right. The edge of the box now, Fox goes first time, but Neuenhoff stops it going towards goal, and the other way Luau try to play Knezovic through, and Aganovic is there again. He's had a great first half, Alan Aganovic. Pele. Perez. Aganovic had the early option there of Rossello, but again, happy to play it out the back. Not rushing anything, this experienced Manly United side. Out in space on the left is Peter Kakaris, does very well to get that into his reach. 1-on-1 with Cameron. Rossello looked for the cross at the back stick. No one home, but Kieran Paul chasing after that one, keeps it in. And now a chance for Manly in the middle. Was looking for Connor Rose, but the curl didn't get to him. Laid off at the edge of the box there by Kakaris and cleared away by Gigliotti. Throw in for Manly United deep in the Western Sydney Wanderers territory. Early cross by Pele. The back stick was Bowser, lets it roll into his possession. Plays it out through the back, and back in the middle, Connor Rose. She's got a slight touch to it. Nothing too concerning for Vidačković. And now Knezovic chasing Naganovic for that one and has to just poke it out and stop the counter-attack for the time being. There's basically no one back. He would have been through on goal with no one near him, Knezovic, if he got a hand on that. A foot on that, I should say. Cameron with a smart throw to the unmarked Luau, but Naganovic quick to meet him there. Pele's on the ground, playing with it. Luau very physical there and giving away a foul eventually. A bit of reprieve there for Manly United. Free kick in line with the 6-yard box. So Manly United obviously just one win in their last 5 as well. They went down 2-0 to Hills United last week. A Uakubu double sealing their fate there, and a 2-1 loss to Sydney Olympic the week before. They got a 2-0 win over the Central Coast Mariners, but then 4-0 to Rockdale Linden and 2-0 to Blacktown City the week before that. Sees them in the position that they currently are in, which is not too far off that relegation scrap. Only 5 points off bottom place Sydney FC, is obviously last night with the Sutherland Sharks and Central Coast Mariners all getting wins, meaning that 13th, 14th, 15th and 16th in the NPL New South Wales men's competition all tied on 21 points, and the Northwest Sydney Spirit giving themselves a bit of breathing room above that and going into 10th after their win of over the St George Saints last night, which puts the Saints within 2 points of that 4-way scrap. Back to the action now with Luau. Playing it through to Gigliotti. He's got acres to go down the right. First time cross from Gigliotti, straight down the throat of Levi Kay. Not much work to do there for the Manly keeper with 10 minutes to go here in the first half, as Bowser the other way. Kakeris calling for it out wide. He's got plenty of space if they can switch it to him. Joe Fox now with a bit of space to roam in the middle. Connor Rose gets past Franson, gets past Gigliotti. Connor Rose, could he do it all himself? But it's going to be a free kick. And Connor Rose saying thank you very much to the referee. Could have been a couple of fouls there, but opted to play on, and play coming to a halt there with the free kick now. Bowser and Kakeris standing over this one. Kakeris crossing in. Naganovic gets a head onto it, and a good save by Vidackovic. Big Manly United centre-back rose up high for that one. Just didn't get the desired amount of power on it. Had it on target in a good spot, but Vidackovic, very tall, lanky keeper, had all the limbs in the world to get to that one. Devine now switching across, could find Knezovic. It's going to fall to Gigliotti, who's got plenty of time and space. Manly defence tracking back quickly. Cameron first time. Never going to trouble Kay that one. Just sliced it a little bit, got underneath it, and a goal kick for Manly United. Quickly now, Kay to Aganovic. Back to Kay, turning to sender. The aerial presence that is Alan Aganovic. Now Jesse Perez. Paul. Hasn't held possession for too long, Kieran Paul. He's been more than happy to play those little 1-2s with either Roselu or Cotter-Rose, whoever's nearest to him. Now the other way for the Wanderers, and try to flick it on to the path of Marcus Fernandez. Kalina a little bit off balance and caught him on the wrong spot of the head there. Stumbling a little bit there, but covered well in the end. Fernandez. Kalina under pressure and does well to get rid of Connor Rose and give the side a bit of breathing room, working it out of their own end now through Ricky Franson. Great movement by Luau. He's Often coming in as a shadow striker and happy to let his wingers get their runs through the middle, as the wing backs like to push forward as well, as we've seen there with Jesse Cameron, but Manly come up with the ball. Kay headed back into the path of the Wanderers through Devine. Fernandez first time pass to Luau was a good one. Long range effort from Luau, hits the back of Aganovic, and Pele first to it. Bounced up, looked like it hit the chest. There was calls for handball there, but it's going to be a throw for Manly United as Pele's on the ground clutching his ankle. Resetting play now with Levi K. Jesse Perez. Aganovic. Trying to play it through to Kakeras. Cameron was first to it, but deflected off the top of his head. Now a chance for Manly United. Kakeras fakes it with the right, goes with the left and deflects into the middle. Neuenhoff's first to it, but his clearance a little bit botched, and it's going to be a throw for Manly. Belcardi, his pockets picked there by Franson, and going forward it's hit the referee in the middle, but Luau's still coming up with possession, possibly stopping a counter attack there, but he's not going to opt for the drop ball, the man in the middle, for the time being. Possession still with the Wanderers until it's confiscated by Jesse Perez. Okay, long ball trying to pick out Peter Harris, and Jesse Cameron unmarked, happy to collect that one as Pele intercepts it, but straight into the path of Knezovic. No foul called, but possession's going to go back the way of Wanderers, only 60 metres the other way. So 5 minutes to go here before half-time, and it'll be interesting to see what the half-time talks are. Manly United have shown flashes in attack and picking their moments. They've had great success from set pieces as well, had a few close chances, and Connor Rose obviously leading the lineup has had his chances as well, hit the side netting 3 or 4 times. Vidackovic has had a good game as well, stopping a few shots, as the Wanderers alternatively happy to play on the counter attack. This is where they found the most success all season. Knezovic looked for the first time cross, and Perez has made ground to cover up on the right. Cameron had to get rid of it. Neuenhoff, little 1-2. Out to Devine, who has to work to keep this one in. Neuenhoff, that Myro Zelu, and has to play it back as the Wanderers reset their attack now. Franson. Kalina. Zam. Fernandez in the middle. Rose picks his pockets. Fernandez fouled him. Advantage was played for the time being, and Marcus Fernandez going in the referee's book. First card of the game. Going to Marcus Fernandez. Tried to turn Connor Rose, and he did well to work back there, Manly striker. Won the ball back, tripped up a little bit, almost went through on it, but losing the ball just seconds after the advantage was called, and Jesse Perez will take the free kick now for Manly United. Perez with a long ball to Paul. Bit of clash of heads there almost between Paul and Devine, and Devine could find himself in the referee's book just as quickly as his teammate Marcus Fernandez did. I think the referee in the middle telling Paul that they were both going for the ball, but Paul's claiming it was the afters. it was the afters, the pull down as Bilal Bilkardi with a few extra words. Being sent over by the referee, being told to just keep his opinions to himself for the time being, if you will. Bowser over this free kick. He's had a few from this position, and Aganovic has been the target all of those times. Again, everyone forward. Paul, the only man back for Manly United. Kakeris and Bowser having a little discussion about this one. It's Kieran Paul and the referee in the middle still having a chat about that one. Bowser's ball in the middle. Belcardi got a head onto it. Bouncing the way back to Belcardi, but it's going to be a foul before he can get a shot off. It was Jesse Cameron that was tripped up there trying to clear it. He probably would have got to it, but I think inadvertently caught the foot of Belcardi or Fox. Sorry, Jesse Perez, who was central to that action. Belcardi's initial head almost flicked backwards towards goal. Cameron deflected once and tried to get rid of it. Now Bowser restarting the attack for Manly United. Just about everyone back for the Wanderers, choking them out and alienating all their attacking opportunities. But that little play there. Here's first time ball. He knew Paul was there. Even better with the first time cross. Connor Rose gets it across the face of goal, deflected away, and it's going to be another corner for Manly United. Can they get a goal as we just hit the end of regulation here? Could possibly be the last attack, the last kick of the first half. This corner from Miguel Bowser. Bowser's ball at the front stick, headed towards goal by Perez, and Aganovic just had to stick a foot out to get to that one, but possibly thought that was going in and left it. Had his hands in his head after seeing that one, just skimmed the back post. And an opportunity going begging what could be the last touch and attack for Manly United in this first half. Bjashkovic with the long kick, and that'll be the final touch of the first half. 0-0 here at the Wanderers Football Park between Manly United and the Western Sydney Wanderers. We'll be back in about 15 minutes for the second half, so please tune back in then. Welcome back to Wanderers Football Park for the second half of action here. Western Sydney Wanderers hosting Manly United. 0-0 the first 45 minutes. Nothing to separate the two sides as Manly get the first chance of the second half here, but easily picked up there by Tristan Vidačković in goals for the Western Sydney Wanderers. So no goals to report on, no substitutions either, both sides per the program. Start here, the second 45 minutes at the Wanderers Football Park. This strong gust of wind just come in at half-time, made it drop the conditions a little bit colder than when we started at kickoff. Wonder if that will play into it. It's Kieran Paul now with an early cross, but straight down the throat of Vidačković. Two early saves for the Wanderers goalkeeper to get his feet warm and readjust himself. Here's the sun's going to play a massive factor in this. Just coming in over the top, and it's going to affect Manly for sure. Levi K hatless for the time being. I wonder if that'll change shortly because he's got the hand up. Can't see much going in that direction. Connor Rose now for Manly. Franson stuck a foot out and deflected it off Rose. And it's going to be a goal kick for the Wanderers. Massive result for them there. Obviously we have the other game going on as well. Rockdale Linden hosting Sydney United 58. Game paused around the 14th minute mark. Yet to get back under play. Devine under a bit of pressure there by Roselu, but he's come out on top. Is Kalina. Little argy-bargy there with Bilal Belkadi. He's not afraid to assert his presence on any challenge that he goes into. He's had probably the most interceptions won by any player in this game by a decent stretch as well. Bilal Belkadi's had a good game to count for so far. It's Joe Fox, pretty exposed middle area now. With Perez out wide for the time being. And Levi K, sweeper keeper as always. Clearing this one forward. Try to find Bowser, but Devine gets to it first with the head. It only goes as far as Roselu. Perez back to his keeper. Levi K. It's been a bit of the story of their season so far, Manly United, as we've seen in that first half. Having the chances, but just unable to find the back of the net. Only 24 goals in their 23 games played this year. Went a couple games without goals. So they still haven't scored in just over 2.5 hours of game time. The 2-0 loss to Hills United last week. Bowser. Trying to play it on the ground, but intercepted there by Mason Fernandez. He's got a bit of room to move now. Perez committed to the tackle and left Luau open on the left. Awan Luau now for the Wanderers. In the middle is Neuenhoff. Back out wide with Gigliotti. Turns both his defenders there, and he's just got to get past Rocco Pele now. Back to Fernandez. Little flick on there from Neuenhoff. Taken away there by, looked like Belkadi in the middle. Possession only as far as the keeper, Vidačković. Kalina. To Franson. Spots the runner Devine out here on the left. He's going to have to beat Paul to it, but the captain there, the Manly United captain's first to it. Bowser tried to keep it in, but a little bit off balance. Fernandez, quick little pass back to Devine. Taken out by Bowser. Referee thought about it, but played advantage for the time being, and Neuenhoff had to get it past Kakaris there on the right. They'll come back up with it now, the Wanderers, and a chance to attack. Knezovic slips, but it works out well as Luau plays it through to Fernandez. Try to play his midfield partner there, Luke Neuenhoff, but Levi K is first to it. The other way now, Manly United through Bilal Belkadi. Perez. Ganovic, first touch the ball here in the second half after having a very involved first half. Had a great first half, Alan Ganovic. Stays under a bit of pressure and has to play Fox in a bit of a constricted area. Paul now. Devine does well to get past Bowser, but taken out and a free kick, and it's going to be a card for Joe Fox. Referee didn't hesitate there, and the first card of the game for Manly United. Joe Fox goes in the book, and the other man that received a yellow card in the first half, Mason Fernandez, on free kick duties for the Western Sydney Wanderers. Fernandez playing through to Knezovic. Great tackle by Perez. Potential goal stopper there from Jesse Perez. Knezovic was through and he had two options on the left. Luau was in the middle waiting for that one. Jesse Perez coming up tops there. Karnazam also on the left. Had his chance if he could have got past it. It would have been a 2-on-1 for the Wanderers. Not meant to be. Challenge there from Neuenhoff and Fox, but it's the Hoff who comes out on top. Fernandez, quick little 1-2 with Devine. Lays it off, and it's a first time through ball. Try to get it through to Luau, and just again was theirs. Jesse Perez. Gigliotti thought about it, got it in the middle. Almost fell to Khan Nazam at the back stick. It's going to be a corner for the Wanderers, and the first of the second half goes the way of the hosts. Fernandez on set piece duties again. Long ball in, driven to the back post. Luau almost got to it. Still in a dangerous position for Manly. Calls for handball there. Luau still with it. Back to Franson, has a go. Perez again, coming up big for Manly United. He's made 3 very crucial stops in the last couple minutes alone. And the Wanderers sensing something in attack. Commentators curse striking again there. Kakeris now for Manly. He's outnumbered severely now, Kakeris. Gets it back in, hit the chest there of Jesse Cameron. Now this is where the Wanderers thrive in attack. Fernandez outside the foot. Thought about it. It was a good, clever bit of play there, but it's going to go out. And first substitution of the game. It's going to be a double sub for the Western Sydney Wanderers. It's going to be Luka Knezovic and Karnazar making way. Sandy Darlow, one of the 2 substitutes to come on, and looks like it's going to be Matthew O'Donoghue as well, is going to come in at left back. So bit of a tactical adjustment there. Devine's going to push up into a left wing role, but Donoghue slotting in at left back, and a pretty like-for-like substitution with Darlow and Knezovic. Good shift there by Knezovic. Trying to spark something in attack there as Perez gives up a free kick in the back, pushing in the back of Luau. And O'Donoghue will get his first touch of the ball off the bench. Taken out of the starting lineup 2 weeks ago, but featured off the bench in both those weeks for Richie Cardoso. Franson and Kalina, they're 2 men that likely not be touched from that lineup. Build a very formidable partnership in the back line for the Western Sydney Wanderers. Rose, great header to play Roselu through, and he's beaten Franson. Can he get it back into the path of Connor Rose? Rose is free here. Can he get the opener for Manly? Great save by Vidac Kovic. And somehow this game is still at 0-0. Connor Rose left stunned. World-class save there by the Wanderers goalkeeper. Cross in from Kakeris. It's on target, and it was almost into the trajectory of Rocco Pele, and Ricky Franson has gone down. Possibly a little head clash there with Pele, and a bit ginger, the Wanderers centre back. The pause in play, give us a little chance to recap you of what has happened in round 24 so far. We started off a Friday night, Sydney FC hosting Blacktown City, and Blacktown City getting a 2-1 win when, considering the way that this relegation scrap is going, and that could have been a crucial point for Sydney FC, currently sitting bottom of the NPL competition now, as Joey Gibbs with an 80th minute winner for Blacktown City, which keeps them in the hunt for first place. And obviously yesterday starting off with the Central Coast Mariners getting a huge 2-1 win over Sydney Olympic, as Franson's going to come off and receive some treatment, but should be okay to continue. So double from Arthur De Lima for the Central Coast Mariners, giving him a win there, as Apia Leichhardt and Wollongong Wolves shared the spoils at Lambert Park. The Sutherland Sharks got a massive 2-0 win over Hills United. Whilst Marconi and the Northwest Sydney Spirit also victors over both St George City and St George FC respectively. So Franson has still on the sideline here. So the Wanderers temporarily down to 10 men, and Neuenhoff filling in at centre back for the time being. Paul with the first time cross, and O'Donoghue does very well to get the leg out and stop that cross from going in, allowing Ricky Franson to rejoin the frame. Now they can defend with all their numbers back, and Franson's so crucial to everything they do defensively. What a crucial stop that was from O'Donoghue. Perez now. Low-driven cross, hit Roselu, who has claimed a foul. His shot was never on target, really. Vidackovic didn't have to worry about it, but the concerns there were for the free kick. It was in a very dangerous position, not meant to be, and it's a goal kick for the hosts. Playing it out from the back now, Kulina. Perez touched it well, but into the path of Luau. A bit unsuspecting there, caught him off guard. But Aganovic, as cool as you like it, coming out from the back and looking to restart it the other way to Kakeris. First time clearance is good from Vidackovic, and now Fernandez with a bit of room to move in the middle. Darts forward, pushed over by Belcardi. It's been warned a couple times by Belcardi. You would have to be careful, otherwise the next time you'd suspect he'll be the next man in the referee's book. Just under an hour of play gone here at Wanderers Football Park. Plenty of chances both ways. Keepers coming up tops for the first hour. See if that'll change in the final half an hour. Luau's a bit off balance, but still managed to recollect possession. Belcardi does well to put him off as much as he can, but he's still got the ball now, Owen Luau. Neuenhoff. Quick play in to Sandy Darlow's, intercepted again by Alan Aganovic, and trying to put Connor Rose through, but Ricky Franson gets it past him, and the Wanderers will retain possession. It's like for like what happened last time Manly had an attack. Franson wins it, Fernandez darting through the middle, now working down the right side is Jesse Cameron. Fernandez. That's O'Donoghue. Devine now in the left wing spot. Pockets picked by Perez, but that was Kieran Paul there. Devine pushing the back there by Bowser and called for simulation the other way. Did look a little bit... Didn't look like there was too much contact there, so the referee agreeing with that point of view, and it's going to be a free kick to be taken now by Levi Kay as Manly United's bench is cleared. Looks like a double substitution is going to be lined up. Tough to tell who's coming on from here. But they've got plenty of options on the bench, that is with Patrick Svansvag. The Wanderers already making the first substitution of the game. Sandy Darlow and Matthew O'Donoghue coming on. Kakeris. Low-driven cross into the path of Vidackovic, but Rose was putting him under pressure, but the number 20 for the Wanderers has had a good afternoon and hasn't been phased by Manly United's attacks as of yet. Cameron, a little bit too much contact there with Kakeris on the left. And we could see a substitution here from Manly United. I think that is going to be Saxon Hillier coming on. So Zach Svilagoy, Saxon Hillier, Ben Coote, Blake Bambos, Jake Coates and Sam Griffiths. The options on the bench for Patrick Svansvag. Great cross in. Perez heads it into a dangerous area. Connor Rose's header's found the back of the net. Manly United opening the scoring just seconds after the hour mark. And it's Connor Rose. And it was an even better header from Jesse Perez to set it up. Manly United had had the lion's share of attacking chances. And probably rightly so, opened the scoring here at Wanderers Football Park. 61 minutes gone. 1-0 Manly United. Rose looked dangerous all game. Perez, who hadn't had much to say in an attacking sense, was putting in a shift at the back and could have gone for the shot from the edge of the box. Selflessly played it into the path of Connor Rose. It looked like it might have clipped the fingertips of Vidackovic and just floated into the goal with Donahue and Franson. Tried their best to dig it out, but nothing they could do there. The ball in the back of the net through Connor Rose. As a double substitution being made there, and it's going to be a new look left side as both Kakeris and Rocco Pele coming off. Possibly a triple substitution being made there by Patrick Svansvik. Connor Rose now the goal scorer, looking to get something going again for Manly. Can they double the lead here? Franson was trying to shield it out, and walking backwards with Perez essentially wrapped around him was Ricky Franson. Wins a free kick for the Wanderers. So new look back line. Zach Svilagoy going in at centre back. Jesse Perez the new left back, and Connor Rose will occupy the left wing position. Saxon Hillier coming on for Joe Fox as well in the centre of the park, and coming off the bench as well is Ben Coote, who is replacing, looks like was Stefan Rossello still there. Once we find that out, we will confirm that as soon as we know. Aganovic. Svilagoy it was, back to Kay. Under plenty of pressure as the fresh legs of Sandy Darlow putting Kay to work there. Aganovic puts it forward, and there's plenty of options forward now for Manly. Koo's header falls to Roselu, but it's a great interception there by Luke Neuenhoff. So Donahue played it across the deck to Devine, but stuffed out there by Kieran Paws. Had a fantastic afternoon. He'll for sure be in line for some points today. You can read the full match report by Tim Gibson on the Football New South Wales website upon the completion of this game. So he'll give his 3-2-1 vote. I think just about everyone in that back line would be up for it for Manly United. Connor Rose had a good afternoon as well. One of Jesse Perez or Alan Aganovic you'd suspect will feature in that as well, but there's been plenty of good performers as well from the Western Sydney Wanderers. Long throw by Paul, headed away by Devine, and Neuenhoff didn't keep it in, it's out. Now with it, the substitute, Zach Svilagoy. battle there between Roselu and Fernandez, and it's going to go the way of Manly United, much to the displeasure of the Western Sydney bench, who are warming up. Another substitute, looks like Dimo is going to be coming on, possibly replacing Awan Luau, who has had his impact a bit limited this game, been shut down by a strong performance by Alan Naganovic and Jesse Perez at the back for Manly United. 25 minutes to go here. Kay playing it through to Hillier, and you almost had the second look there because there was 5 or 6 Wanderers there and only one Manly United option. They're pressing numbers forward, Manly United, not afraid to be caught out at the back in the case of throwing numbers forward, which is on prime display here. O'Donoghue's got space down the left. Goes the early cross in the middle to Luau, and a foot to it. Getting there first was Aganovic. Kept it out from a corner as well. That's good work there by the experienced centre-back. Long throw by O'Donoghue, and Svilagoi happy to shield that one away, and it's a goal kick for Manly United and a bit of reprieve for them. It's that new look front three. Rose out on the left, Roselu on the right, and Ben Coote through the middle. As Alan Luau will be making way for Dimo. And Meluethu Nkomu looking like he'll come on as well. Up top, and Ryan Deveen's made way on the left touchline here. You'll see him walking behind the goals very shortly. So Nkomu playing as the left winger, and Dimo, who had great spark off the bench last week, play the number 9 role for the Western Sydney Wanderers, who look to get on with things pretty quickly here. They know when you get down to the death with an experienced side like Manly United, it's very hard to get a hand on the ball and get your chances. So every minute is crucial for them now, this young Wanderers side. Darlow getting past a few, but again it's Aganovic there, and he sparked her an attack now through Roselu. Perez, long ball over the top. Kuz trying to get first to it. Touched first by Colina, but he's trapped in a corner by Ben Coote. And the throw will go the way of the Wanderers. Aganovic with the strong header back into the middle of the park. Roselu was a bit deep, but it's worked out well for Manly. Rose with pace to burn down the left. Gets it back into the middle, and it's going to be a corner for Manly United. Crucial touch there by Colina, sent it out for the corner. Bowser on corner duties again for Manly United. At the front stick, low driven header by Svilagoi. Was never on target, and he's a bit disappointed with himself there, Zach Svilagoi. It's just around the grounds again. We've got resumption of play at the Rockdale Linden Sports Centre. And Rockdale have just taken a 2-0 lead thanks to a strike from Brendan Chalakian. You see Sydney United down to 10 men. So good to see play back underway, and obviously best wishes with Mateo Cordier. He suffered a pretty nasty leg injury at the start of that game, forced a long stoppage, but play back underway there at the Rockdale Linden Sports Centre. Interception by Franson. Now with Neuenhoff. Fernandez. So what 3 points would do for Manly United can't be understated here today. Would just give them that little bit of breathing room. They've still got a game to play as well, which could come in very, very handy for them. This would send them into 10th place over the Northwest Sydney Spirit. Back there, ball in the middle from Gigliotti. Try to pick out Nkomu. Dimo was playing at the back, looking for the cut back. Didn't expect that, and the only option there was Nkomu, but As always, Levi K first to it. So currently Manly go 2 points above the Northwest Sydney Spirit into 10th place, which would push them back into the relegation scrap after a much-needed win last night. And the Western Sydney Wanderers, all of a sudden, with that 6-point deduction, just never say never in this league, because the wins have been hard to come by, and their run home, very, very hard to say the least. One of the hardest run homes in this competition. Roselli with a one-on-one with Colina. Vidakovic, as cool as you like it, he had two Manly players coming at him and didn't panic. Knows possession's key here in this situation. And Komu to O'Donoghue. Wanted it back in Komu, but plays it back to his trusted midfielder in Neuenhoff. And now Jesse Cameron with plenty of space to go forward, the captain. Picked out by Jesse Perez. The experienced defender outwits the Wanderers captain. And now an exposed midfield, which will look to be taken advantage of. Gigliotti catching Perez there by surprise. Having a couple times this game. Got caught off guard by Alan Luau a short time ago and almost set the Wanderers up on goal. It's Filigoi long ball over the top, trying to pick up Bowser, and he took out O'Donoghue on the way. Free kick for the Wanderers. So we mentioned the Wanderers run home. Manly United's run home. We've got Marconi at home next Friday night. A double header the next week after that with the Sutherland Sharks. And Sutherland been in great form. Be an interesting clash, that one. And then a trip to the Arctic Circle at Christie Park to take on the Northwest Sydney Spirit the week after that. Back to the action here with Gigliotti. Early crossing. Komu's at the back stick. The touch is a little bit too heavy, and Paul gets to it. Deflected away into the path of O'Donoghue, but his shot was never looking on target, and Levi K will collect that for a goal kick. And the final three games for Manly United: home to St George City, away to Sydney United, and then away to the Wollongong Wolves on the final match day 30 of the NPL New South Wales Men's Competition 2024 season. So some tough competition in there, a few fellow relegation scraps as well, which will be massive in the grand scheme of things. You'd think with the win here and, you know, a few more things fall in their way, or there's bottom four sides, a few of them still having to play each other. You'd think out of the bottom five, bottom six now, Manly would be closest to safety with a win here. Komu showing the skills, going deep into his bag there. Sandy Darlow. Neuenhoff. Testing his options, and Komu has a go. And it's a good stop there by Kieran Paul, putting his body on the line to keep his side's clean sheet, and 3 points for the time being. They've sort of had to abandon the all guns blazing and attack style that they did have, Manly United. Playing a bit more conservative now. Plenty of bodies back, and the only man forward is Roselli. At the back stick, Gigliotti's header. Didn't get enough power on it, and it just past the front stick. And Kay will again collect it for a goal kick as Manly United line up their second double substitution of the game. Connor Rose, the goal scorer, making way. Blake Bam goes. Looks to be the man that's replaced him as Miguel Bowser, the set-piece specialist, also making way. Like-for-like substitutions here. And it's Samuel Griffiths coming on. One sub left to use for Patrick Svansvag. And it is Bam Bose who comes on there on the left for Connor Rose. Bench Bose. Gigliotti, bit of space to move, and then Komu's got even more space out on the left. Smart play there by Phil Gigliotti. Komu, quick one to O'Donoghue. His cross is deflected out, and it's going to be a corner for the hosts now. Make or break now with 16 minutes to go. It's got to come soon for the Wanderers. They've had a few chances, just haven't been able to get them on target as of yet. Is that going to change from this corner here by Marcus Fernandez? Gets it right into the middle, into the path of Levi Kay, and had Ricky Franson there. A very intimidating aerial presence, wasn't pushed around a bit. There's a free kick there, conceded by Dimor. Dimor trying to stop Levi Kay from kicking that one. He probably would have got a worse for wear there, so he's lucky the keeper stopped his shot there. Early ball over the top, and it's the substitute Griffiths with his first touch of the game, and unfortunately offside. Samuel Griffiths showing plenty of energy in the early goings since coming on a couple of minutes ago. Big support for him today here as well, as the sun sets at the Wanderers Football Park. Playing a real factor in here as well. We see a lot of hands up from the back line and attack of the Wanderers. 3-0 now, Rockdale Linden. Katoka and Alek Udashevsky, the other two goal scorers in that game. Still with about 15 minutes to go, so upon the conclusion of this, feel free to switch over to that, because it's always a fascinating clash between those two sides. Plenty of attacking flair, and obviously with a bit of a stoppage 15 minutes in, you'd assume a lot of fresh legs and tactical adjustments from both sets of benches in what could be a potential finals preview. The way things are playing out in the top four at the moment, Rockdale Linden leading the way, and Sydney United fighting for that final spot with the Wollongong Wolves, St George City and Western Sydney Wanderers if they can get a result here today. Under plenty of pressure there was Benku. Ganovic, again, they're loving this long ball over the top method. It's worked out pretty well for them so far. And Roselu dispossessed there by Jesse Cameron, but he's won it back against the run of play through Ricky Franson. Now at the back through Vidachkovic and Kolina. Assessing his options is Franson. Quick pass from Cameron, finds Fernandez. O'Donoghue. Neuenhoff over the top. Darlow looked to be through on goal, but another crucial interception there by Alan Aganovic, and he sparked this counter-attack. Down the left now, 4 options in the middle if they want them. Can't get past Ricky Franson though. Good recovery in the end there by Hillier. Referee thought about it, but plays on, and the Wanderers now with a chance to counter. Fernandez spotting Nkomu, but plays the safer option in O'Donoghue's. Touches a little bit heavy. Keeps it in though. O'Donoghue making a Gareth Bale-like run on the outside. Starting his run from the fence. Gigliotti's ball again. Alan Aganovic, the man on duty there. Sensational afternoon, Manly United's stalwart at the back. A little ball to pick out. Cameron there on the right, and it's going to be a corner for the Western Sydney Wanderers now, with just under 10 minutes to go. Levi Kay sprayed a decent amount of water on his face there, trying to refocus himself possibly. He knows what's coming. An absolute onslaught of attacks now from the host, as Nkomu collecting the ball here for a corner. Nkomu's cross is dangerous and almost found. Neuenhoff falls to Fernandez. Definitely had some venom behind that, just a little bit too much. And a goal kick for Manly United. Another goal to report on from the Rockdale-Linden Sydney United clash, and Rockdale have taken a 4-0 lead, and not even 30 minutes has passed there. After being outright embarrassed by Marconi 9-0 a couple of weeks ago, Rockdale are right back in form and showing this league why they're on top. All but running away with first place and premiership. See what happens when it comes to finals though. Anything can happen. Ask Manly United that when they played in the last grand final against Blacktown City, a heartbreaker at Parramatta Stadium. Fernandez, first time over the top. Aganovich there again, but his header falls straight into the path of Gigliotti, but does very well to recover there. Alan Aganovich gives up a throw. He's a little bit frustrated with himself, but nothing to be ashamed of there, Alan Aganovich. Long throw being prepared by Jesse Cameron into the middle. Headed away, falling to the edge of the box. First time effort from Franson, only as far as Filagoy. And chasing after it was Ben Coop, but it's going to be a throw for the Wanderers. Donahue, quick one to Neuenhoff. Gets past a couple, and very nice bit of skill there as Griffiths tracking back all the way from the top to help out defensively. Paul wins it back, and Griffiths is there again, and Manly now the other way. Long ball over the top. Roselu one-on-one with Franson. Franson had a couple of meters advantage there, and it's worked out well for the Wanderers. Now a chance to go the other way. 7 and a bit minutes to go here. Quick ball over the top. Nkomu. Kieran Paul, the veteran defender. First to it. Wanderers have been going crazy with those long balls over the top. There's a great little turn there by Bilal Bukati. It's going to come to nothing in the end though. Headering it back forward. And a misplaced touch there by Neuenhoff, giving Coop a chance to start something up for Manly United. Cutting back in on his left foot. The edge of the box now as Hillier. Possession coughed up, and that's a good bit of defensive work there by Fernandez, and pace to burn going forward. Dimo. Gigliotti tried to play it through, but again Aganovich is there. He hasn't stopped all game. He's already working back. No time to celebrate for Manly United, but they could be if they get a second here. Roselu over the top, was looking for the runner, Ben Coop. He was playing a bit more centrally in that 10 role, and Franson lets that one roll out for a goal kick, and Vidačković not wasting any time getting play resumed here. Another long ball to Nkomu, who isn't blessed with the best of aerial abilities, and against Filagoy and Aganovich. Not the best decision there from the Wanderers centre-back. He's had a good day aside from that. Another long ball the other way, and it'll go out. No touch needed there. Throw in for the Western Sydney Wanderers. Donahue's throw. A little bit of an awkward bounce there from Nkomu, but Kieran Paul getting the better of his junior there again. This experienced Manly defence coming out on top, and they'd love nothing more than a clean sheet here. Haven't kept a clean sheet. Besides that, stunning 1-0 win for RPL Leichhardt a couple months ago at Cromer Park. Sorry, apologies. They did keep a clean sheet against the Central Coast Mariners a couple of weeks back. And then on the 7th of June in round 18, a 1-0 win over RPL Leichhardt. Get back-to-back clean sheets at home at that stage. Manly, and they'll be looking to keep another clean sheet here. With 3 clean sheets in a row against academy sides in this competition. Franson with a great little touch, but he's had his pockets picked there by Griffiths. Now going forward, Hillier and Ricky Franson's going to face a sanction for this. That'll be a yellow card for Ricky Franson. Did what he had to do there with 4 minutes to go. A goal here for Manly would all but seal the 3 points. So a strategic foul. Zaganovic and Velcardi not interested in going forward for this one. Just having a chat with Patrick Zansvijk. And a quick sip of water to give them that final burst, the second wind for this last 5 minutes of play here. Zalu's cross, it's in a dangerous area. Neuenhoff got to it first, otherwise it was almost an open shot at goal for Ben Coote. And Rosello win a throw there for Manly United. They're on the western touchline. Quick layoff, Kieran Paul shot across the face of goal, a little bit too much on it, but what a second goal would have meant for Manly United there. And still throwing shots at goal, despite holding the 1-0 lead. Not afraid to close this one out in the dying stages here, Manly United. Just about everyone forward for the Wanderers. Long ball from Franson. Paul heads it back to Kay. He's got to put some work in to keep this one out. And he does, and will easily collect that. Dimo. They're putting on a little bit of pressure just in case. Levi Kay shooing off Dimo. That exact action of the hand, but nothing wrong about that. Coote tried to header it, just missed it. Not happy with himself there, Ben Coote. And now an aerial press in there. Samuel Griffiths, first to it, under the instruction of his senior striker, Ben Coote. Vidackovic has got 4 Manly United players for company. Paul's header into the back of Nkomu. Fernandez coming up with possession, a little bit too tricky with it. Rosello first time. Turned and shot. Would have been in if it was on target. And he's injured himself in the process. Rosello. He's going to need medical attention. Stefano Rosello. Still 4-0 at the Rockdale Linden Sports Centre. Alec Gudashevsky bagging a double. Brendan Chalakian opened the scoring. Kataoka also scoring for Rockdale Linden, currently holding a 1-man advantage as well. The sun almost completely set here at Wanderers Football Park. You expect a couple of minutes of injury time to be played out here as well. Courtesy of this from Stefano Rosello. A little bit ginger to get up there, so we have to take some treatment on the sideline, and they'll be down an attacker for the time being, Manly United. Everyone's back for Manly United, and Vidackovic goes short to Kalina, who's can just easily jog this one up and assess his options as he plays a long ball out wide to Jesse Cameron. Had a bit of work to do to get to that one, overran a little bit. Neuenhoff first time cross over the top, picked out by Perez, and a foul conceded there by Sandy Darlow, much to the delight of the travelling Manly United bench. 30 seconds of regulation to go here. Like Bam goes on the left there, winning that one. He's had a good spark of energy since coming on, as is this man here, Samuel Griffiths. Almost getting past Ricky Franson there. Last touch was off the substitute, and it's a goal kick for Manly United, as the fourth official indicates 4 minutes of injury time here. But Manly looking to close out the victory here. Belcardi off the post, still in play, cleared away. Only as far as Paul thought about it, went across the face, and Vidackovic gets to it. Belcardi putting him down for a little extra seconds, trying to gain some momentum back, and giving away a foul there, Bilal Belcardi. He knows there's only 3 minutes to go here, and the win in reaching distance. It's Vidackovic now looking for the long option, playing it out to Franson. Long ball only as far as Aganovic. His header falling to Neuenhoff, and Gigliotti trapped for room on the right. Back and forth he goes. Jesse Perez not letting him pass. Fernandez trying to pick out Sandy Darlow, but again, Alan Aganovic, I'm a broken record over here because the same result happens all the time. He's had a sensational afternoon. Such an imposing figure there at the back. And an interception now, a crucial one of that by Ben Coop. Through now is Roselu. They touch through. Samuel Griffiths now cuts back in past Franson, but a little touch there is enough to give the ball back to Luke Neuenhoff. And now a chance for the Wanderers. Can they steal a draw at the death? Ball skidding across the surface. O'Donoghue was a passenger there. He could only sit and watch that one as it went out. What could be the final attacking chance for the Western Sydney Wanderers? Long throw into the path of Roselu, and it's going to be a throw for the Wanderers now. One last chance possibly for the red and black. Franson long ball, try to pick out Cameron, but again Perez is there. Perez and Aganovic been two of Manly's best today. Now breaking through, Bamsbos. He's got two options in the middle, goes early. It's almost fallen to Ben Coop, but it was an outstretched leg there of O'Donoghue. Managing to get it out of safety, or into safety now through Vidackovic. Fernandez with a bit of space to go forward, and he opts to do that. Precious seconds ticking away for the hosts. Komu, a little heavy touch slash pass, didn't work out too well. The world always balancing itself out here. Komu was almost put through there, but Paul did collect him, but got nothing but the ball as well. Fernandez switching it. The horizontal pass. Gigliotti gets it across the face, had a shot at it. Kay almost spilled it, but quick to recover Levi Kay. And that could be the final chance of the game for the Wanderers. Seconds away from 3 crucial points now, Manly United. Kay, doesn't matter where that one goes, as long as it's out of harm's way. Gigliotti gets past one. Can't get past the second, but the referee's calling it a foul. Ball kicked away there. And a pretty easy decision there for the yellow card. Everyone's forward for this one. Taken quickly. Could have been a bad decision because it's gone out, and it is full time here at Wanderers Football Park. And it's Connor Rose's goal that separated the two sides. Manly United get 3 crucial points, and the Wanderers still without a win. Thank you for joining us on the Football New South Wales YouTube page. Feel free to switch over to the Rockdale Linden Sydney United 58 clash. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoon.